Imagine a place where waterfalls crash off towering cliffs, volcanoes shape the land beneath your feet, and the sky dances with green and purple lights. Welcome to Iceland, one of the most dramatic landscapes on Earth. Here, fire and ice exist side by side. You can walk behind roaring waterfalls, explore black sand beaches formed by ancient eruptions, and, if you're lucky, witness the northern lights illuminating the Arctic sky. In this video, we're exploring Iceland's most breathtaking natural wonders and why this small island feels like another planet entirely. The waterfalls that will leave you speechless. Iceland has more waterfalls than you can count, and each one has its own personality. The most famous of them all is Skogafoss, a massive curtain of water that drops 60 meters straight down. When the sun hits it just right, you get a rainbow, sometimes two. You can actually walk right up to the base and feel the mist on your face, which is an experience that stays with you. Then there's Seljalandsfoss, which is special for a completely different reason. There's a trail that lets you walk behind the waterfall itself. Yes, behind it. You're literally standing inside a cave with a wall of water in front of you, and the view looking out is something out of a dream. Further east, Dettifoss is where things get raw and powerful. It's considered the most powerful waterfall in all of Europe. The roar is so loud you can hear it from miles away, and the sheer force of the water crashing into the canyon below makes you feel very small in the best possible way. Iceland's waterfalls aren't just scenic stops, they're full experiences that hit all your senses at once. Volcanoes, where the Earth is still being built. Iceland sits on top of two tectonic plates that are slowly pulling apart, which means the country is literally growing every single year. Because of this, Iceland has over 130 volcanoes, and about 30 of them are still active. This isn't ancient history. These volcanoes are very much alive. One of the most talked about eruptions in recent years happened at Fagradalsfjall. Starting in 2021, lava began pouring out of the ground, and locals and tourists alike were walking up to watch it happen in real time. No explosion, no panic, just slow, glowing rivers of molten rock moving across the landscape. It was volcanic tourism at its finest. Then there's the famous Eyjafjallajökull, which caused a massive disruption across European airports back in 2010. This volcano sits under a glacier, and when it erupted, it melted ice and sent ash clouds 9 kilometers into the sky. Closer to Reykjavik, you can visit Kerrit, a volcanic crater that is filled with a stunning blue-green lake. The contrast between the red volcanic rock, the green grass on the rim, and the turquoise water below looks almost too good to be real. And if you want to go deeper, quite literally, you can take a tour inside a dormant volcano called Three Nukkugager. Visitors are lowered into the magma chamber by cable, and you can explore the colorful walls from the inside. It's one of the most unique experiences on the planet. The Northern Lights, nature's greatest light show. If there's one reason people put Iceland on their bucket list, it's the Northern Lights. And honestly, the reality is even better than the photos. The aurora borealis is caused by charged particles from the sun colliding with gases in Earth's atmosphere, and the result is waves of green, pink, purple, and white light moving across the sky like a living painting. The best time to see them is between September and March, when the nights are long and dark. Iceland's remote countryside, far from city lights, gives you some of the clearest views on Earth. Popular spots include Thingvellir National Park, the Snæfellsnes Peninsula, and pretty much anywhere outside of Reykjavik. The key is patience and clear skies. Locals often use apps that track solar activity to find the best nights to head out. On a strong night, the lights can fill the entire sky and shift colors in real time, something cameras struggle to fully capture. One thing people don't always expect is the silence. You're standing in the cold, dark Icelandic night, and above you, the sky is moving and glowing in colors that feel almost unreal. There's no sound except maybe the wind. It's the kind of moment that makes you put your phone down and just look up. Many people describe seeing the Northern Lights as one of the most emotional experiences of their lives. not because it's dramatic, but because it's so quietly beautiful. The Golden Circle, Iceland's most famous route. If you only have a few days in Iceland, the Golden Circle is the route you cannot skip. It's a roughly 300-kilometer loop from Reykjavik that hits three of the country's most iconic spots. First stop is Thingvellir National Park, a UNESCO World Heritage Site where you can actually walk between the North American and Eurasian tectonic plates. The Rift Valley here is slowly getting wider every year. You're walking in a crack that is literally splitting the Earth apart. Second stop is the Geyser Geothermal Area, home to the Geyser Stroker, which shoots boiling hot water up to 40 meters in the air every 5 to 10 minutes. You stand around it with your camera ready, and then boom, a column of steaming water launches into the sky. The crowd always reacts with a collective gasp, no matter how many times you've watched it. The final stop is Gullfoss, or the Golden Falls. This two-tiered waterfall is massive and incredibly powerful, and it drops into a narrow canyon in a way that looks almost impossible. On a sunny day, you can see rainbows in the mist rising from the falls. The Golden Circle covers everything Iceland is known for: tectonic activity, geothermal energy, and breathtaking water, all in one neat loop. The black sand beaches and ice caves. Iceland's coastline doesn't look like any beach you've ever been to. The most famous is Reynisfjara near the town of Vík, a beach of completely black sand made from crushed volcanic rock. The waves here are powerful and unpredictable. The ocean is dark. The sand is black, and basalt columns rise from the shore like natural towers. It's dramatic, moody, and unlike anything in the world. A little further east, the Diamond Beach near Jökulsárlón is the total opposite in mood. Here, chunks of ice that have broken off from the nearby glacier float in a lagoon and eventually wash up onto a black sand shore. These chunks of ice catch the light and sparkle like diamonds, hence the name. You can walk among them, get up close, and watch seals swimming nearby in the lagoon. And speaking of glaciers, Iceland is also home to some of the most spectacular ice caves on Earth. Reykjavik, the world's northernmost capital. Reykjavik is not your average capital city. It's small, colorful, creative, and sits right on the edge of the North Atlantic Ocean. The city is powered almost entirely by geothermal and hydroelectric energy, making it one of the cleanest capitals in the world. The most iconic building in the city is Hallgrímskirkja, a massive concrete church that looks like a rocket ship or a pipe organ, depending on who you ask. From the top, you get a panoramic view of the entire city and the mountains beyond. The old harbor area has been transformed into a cultural hub full of restaurants, art galleries, and the famous Harpa Concert Hall, a stunning glass building right on the waterfront. Reykjavik also has a legendary food scene. You can try traditional Icelandic dishes like lamb soup, skyr, a thick yogurt-like dairy product, and yes, fermented shark if you're feeling adventurous. The city is also the best base for day trips to basically everything Iceland has to offer. Whether you're heading to the Golden Circle, the South Coast, or the Snæfellsnes Peninsula, Reykjavik is your starting point. Iceland isn't just a destination, it's an experience of raw nature at its most powerful. If this inspired your wanderlust, hit like and subscribe for more incredible places around the world. And watch the next video to discover another destination that feels almost unreal.